back on part 3. This is Hunting Vita. Where do we leave off? So we're going to start off with the better map, where we can really zoom in and see what we have for issues here. Okay, so this house right, yeah, it is right here. Okay, so these places right here where I'm moving my cursor is where we found a pair of shoes that is standard equipment when you get dropped from a parachute. So when you're either freshly killed and you're starting new, or you're new to the game. So inside this house we found a pair of those shoes, which means somebody was there and swapped those shoes for a better pair of shoes. And as we're hunting somebody that's new, we started with a grid pattern search of these four, most of these four sectors. Okay, we were going to do A3 and A4. We were starting up here in the upper right corner, more like here. So we started about here on a search, and we were working our way this way. And when we got here, we got to about here in this dirt road. We said, let's check this town before we go further west. We came down here, we found the shoes. So we're canceling for now the grid pattern search through the woods. And we're going to focus on everything around here, which is what we're doing first. Is we're looking for buildings. So all the orange dots are either buildings or hunting towers or places where people are likely to want to be close to or live inside of. So we have this here is our first thing we're going to search. That's a military bunker. I really doubt anybody's living in there. There's an orange dot here, which I think is a little house. We'll be checking that. And another close thing that we want to check within the fort building area is this city, which I'm in all the time. I haven't seen anything, but we're going to check it. A church in the area, and this town and the area. I think this big town over here, which is not far away, is outside of the fort building area, and this may be outside the fort building area as well. But if it is not, we will look in those areas. So we're going to check all the orange dots first. We don't think she's down here yet. All right. She just got into the fort building area. She came from a long way, which means she probably came from somewhere up north, way up here. She's in A3 or A4. That much we're at least 70% sure of. Okay, and somebody dropped their shoes, and we suspect it's her. Could have been anybody. It could have been one of the other players who died and just came down and grabbed a new pair of shoes out of there, but I don't think so. Alright, here we go. I'm going to grab some food for the road. I didn't really check my backpack. I think probably got all we need for today. These are all cooked bear steaks. I think 2 will be enough. We're not going to go on foot today. We're going to cover a lot more ground, so we're going to take a bike. See, that area is right here where we found the shoes. This is the military installation a little lower. Church, town, Guay's airstrip, and the big village that we're going to search as well. And then up here, this city is out of the build zone, but someone could live close to it inside the build zone. People like to be near buildings because they offer loot and opportunities. So that's why we're checking the buildings rather than doing this entire grid search. When we do get back in the grid search, though, we will be using the motorcycle because it's easier to go in a straight line. It's faster, you cover more ground. Yeah, Yeah, we'll fight it with this. It's safer too. I mean, the zombies don't get you, the bears don't get you. Although the trees get you, and the rocks get you. The telephone poles, ah! The rocks hiding in the bushes are the worst. Of course, you don't have to go fast, but your throttle is literally a button on a keyboard. It's full tilt or nothing. Oh. Which you saw both of them right there. There's the road. Bicycle. Ow. That was my bicycle. I spent a year on that bicycle one afternoon. Alright, here's where we found the shoe. Okay. We already looked around here. Wouldn't hurt to do a little scan in the area. Radius around the buildings. Then we'll do a little bit bigger of a radius around the buildings. It's one thing I am. I'm very systematic. I'm going to find her. I'm not really good at looking for things. I'm not really good at picking things out and finding them, but dude, we found. There's a hunting tower I was telling you about. You look down here, lots of times a new player will bury their shit near a hunting tower in a crate. You could tell when it's buried, it's like a mound of dirt. Because they'll sleep up here. Right? They're safe from the animals. They're safe from the zombies up here. Safer than inside a building. The only way you're safe inside of a building is if you build these wooden barricades and put them on all the windows. That keeps the zombies from respawning in there. So you're actually safer up here. Because zombies never remember which tree it was. A hunting tower, you can't go wrong. There you go. Let's do one last loop. One last perimeter. Look for a tent. Look for a campfire. And then we'll move on to the next building. There's really not that many places to search. It's not like you gotta search every square inch. Like I said, when they're new players, they want to be near buildings, right? They need the loot. They need to build their wealth and their opportunities. They're not gonna do that in the middle of the woods. Okay. Up this dirt road, I think there's gonna be a military installation on the left, and I think there's a building of some sort. There's the fence for the military. That's a tool that you can use. It's really handy, so a person might want to be near this. It's like a tool shed or a machine shop. Let's do a circle around the machine shop. Call that clear. Next thing, we might as well go to the west. We'll check these right here. It's so close to the boundary, and I almost want to go back to do this first. I feel like this is where we found a shoe. There's the village. Here's the other bunch of buildings. It's about an equal distance between here and there, between there and there. I almost want to go do this first and then feel like we're done with A3. But like I said, I'm down in A3 in this port city a lot. I'm not seeing anything, so we'll go there later. This is next. Then we'll go up here and look right in here, just south of this city. Then we'll figure out what to do after that. First, now, I don't know, about 3 or 4 days ago, all the doors in this village were open. Right? Now, we're really close to Gwy's airstrip, and she's got a whole clan of people there she plays with. They might have done it. I know it's not her style to leave doors open. She preaches against that. Oh, Jesus, fuckers. Love my katana. I personally leave the doors open. A lot of noobs will leave them open, not realizing that it's a sign that they were here. So almost all these doors were open. We got some ruins to search here. Looking for campfires in the ground. Looking for barricades on the windows. Looking for chests that are usually buried right next to buildings because they think everybody's stupid. Those aren't barricades. Better just carry the set. That really didn't go like you planned, did it? There's an axe. I really don't need an axe. I got plenty of. Killed himself. How can we do this? Take the least amount of time. Let's circle them before we go in them. Just look for anything obvious. We're going to look for the extremely obvious first, which is the barricades, campgrounds, campfires. That's fuck. I hate when they get me. I don't even like when they hit me anymore. I feel like they shouldn't. On the windows, stick to that. Campfires, buried loot on the outside. We're looking at the ground all the time. What do we got here? An open door. Again, these doors get closed every day when the restart happens. It's probably not anything anybody dropped, but somebody left the door open, so. Alright, so we're looking at possibly somebody sleeping right there. It's the only door open, so that means probably somebody wasn't. It means probably somebody who's sleeping here who just ran out and left their door open. Right? If they were looting, they would have left other doors open. There's not a lot of players on the server, so. Already, I think we're in the hot spot, take a look at the map. A4, I think A3 is where I found the shoe. A4 is where I'm finding a lot more clues. Admittedly, I don't think I looked hard enough for dirt mounds, for buried crates, but we looked. Alright. Church is next. reference on the map, here we are. Down here is the airstrip and the airplane hangar. We will search that, but it's not going to be anything there because there's a gang living down there. But here's the church, and there's a hunting tower over there. Church, come on, church. Have an open door.